Okay. Hello. This is going to be impromptu AF because I was, gonna do it a different way. I was gonna do it like in the room, like in a setting, not like as a car vlog, and not like all crooked in the corner of my dashboard. But anyway, so here we are. My name is April, and I have been a fairly active participant in the beauty/drama community for quite some time. And I have a little bit of life experience to bring to the table. So, I meant to start this channel this weekend, and I was going to make it about something else. But then, night before last, on Thursday night, Miss Jackie Aina took to Twitter with some super complacent social irresponsibility. And I don't get like a whole lot of worked up about many things, but there comes a point when enough is enough, and so that's where we are. And so again, I apologize that this will be my first video on this new channel. I didn't want it to be something this like such a touchy topic, because I do want my channel, it's going to be a hobby of mine. I want it to be a place of like lighthearted fun, maybe some digression off into deeper topics, but no like hard feelings, no controversial things. So anyway, I digress because that's what I do. So when I saw that, and what even brought it to my attention is Nosy Housefrau made a video about it, and I was just in disbelief. So if you don't know, Jackie Aina is a beauty vlogger on YouTube. She's really good at what she does, like really talented. She's a beautiful woman, real like charismatic. This is what I thought of her a couple years ago when I was following her. She's got a great personality. This is how she came off at first to me. And I just like her, like from her little intro where she's like Jackie. So I mean, she's catchy. So I liked her, and I started following her. And she wasn't the first person to bring it to my attention that there was a problem with like shade ranges not being diverse enough in the beauty community. It was actually a couple of other beauty gurus that I saw say that, but Jackie was so passionate about it, and she's a black woman, so that made it like, I don't want to say more important than the other women who had done it, because they were some strong allies. But Jackie was like, okay, here's a woman who used to be a little girl who grew up. She's got that perspective. You know what I mean? So she was so passionate about it, like you couldn't help but just be interested and be drawn to it. And so you supported her fight, and you're like, yeah, like I'm gonna go spread the conversation about things like this. I mean, I'm white/Hispanic. I have a very basic skin tone, but even I have a very hard time finding like undertones and stuff like that where I don't look orange when I go outside and it oxidizes. But I can only imagine, like, whenever the shade ranges, once it gets to like past olive, like maybe sometimes there were 3 or 4 more shades. So, you can only imagine the plight. And she's a beauty guru, so this is like her thing, So anyway, fast forward to, and I'll be honest, like this is how I found out who Petty Page was. So she accuses Petty Page of like hacking her account and scamming her out of $1,500. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe somebody would do that. You know what I mean? Because I was just like, I mean, I'm sure she did it, Then I started watching some of the drama channels, and they were like, this is slander. Like, this is... So then I'm like, oh, the lady, we don't know she did that. Like, we're just saying she did that. Like, oh, shit, that's not good. It put a bad taste in my mouth for her. And so I unsubscribed. I was just like, especially there's this girl called Smoky Glow that does videos, and she broke it down. She was like, not only is it wrong to say like lies about people, that's slanderous, defamation. But like, she's the one who brought it to my attention that like she was utilizing her big platform to silence Petty Page. And so I went to Petty Page's page, just, you know, because, you know, you go through the whole thing, right? You're like, well, let me go see who this is. Let me go see what she does. So I go and watch her videos. And I'll be honest, like, I fell in love with Paige. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. So, like, I went there to be like, let me see this thief. And then I'm like, oh my God. Hey sis, I'm subbing, you know, so I did. So anyway, yeah, so I unsubbed from Jackie, subbed to Petty Page. Here we are. But anyway, I said all of that to say, I apologize, that Jackie tweeted Thursday, and it won't be verbatim, but basically like, why do white people hate to say excuse me? And then she goes off into this Twitter rant or whatever. And I'm like, white people? Like, I didn't go to the white meeting where I found out we're supposed to stop saying excuse me, or like particularly to people of color. Like, I missed that shit. So no, but you get it. Like, I was like, who does that? Like, who like Nosy House Fry said, she made a blanket statement about her entire group of people. And here's the thing, like, I didn't come here to defend white people, put on my big white cape and be like, don't talk about white people, because it's not about that. But what it is about, though, is, so you're a woman who just is striving for inclusivity and beauty for women and men, and, you know, people of color, we're all equal, and we're gonna, you know, inclusivity, like, just period. And so, but what you'll do is isolate the very people who you're trying to demand include you. And here's the thing, Jackie, I'm all for it. Like, absolutely. Like, if we're gonna be the United States, if we're gonna be this great nation of, you know, like, equality and all men were created equal, and, you know, we don't have like a particular, well, I'll be damned. Okay, girl, I'm back. So what had happened was I was off on a tangent teaching U.S. history and civil rights movement when my entire phone rolled off the dash mount and under my driver's seat, because that's how my life goes. So, I mean, if you're gonna watch this video or any other video that I make, you're just gonna have to understand that now, that you'll probably be a nervous wreck. But anyway, what I was saying though was, you know, this country has got some horrid beginnings. Horrid. Nobody can deny that. But what I will say is this: the United States is one of the greatest experiments in freedom that this planet has ever seen. And while we did a lot of things wrong, we've worked really hard over the years to right that. You know, there's at least a conscious effort to try to make every person feel as though they're the equals that they are. And, you know, so when it wasn't going that way in the beauty community, and a lot of y'all picked up on that and were like, no. And then look what happened. Shade ranges are expanding. Even though it was real expensive for people to do that, they were like, whoa, we hear y'all. We'll do it. Y'all gonna buy it? We'll make it. And even though I wasn't watching Jackie when she got her collab with Too Faced, I still got kind of like emotional when I found out about it. I was like, I got a lump in my throat, because I remember watching her for all that time, and she just seemed so genuine and passionate about what she wanted. And I'm saying all of that to say that if you want inclusivity, Jackie, if you want inclusivity and you want everyone to be equal, then why would you make a statement like that about white people? And look, let's say it was a joke. Let's say that at best it was just a joke that went over like really funky, right? Why is it that whenever some of your followers who were white went to you and were like, what? Like, did you really just say that about white people? That you not only tried to silence them by telling them to shut up, like you straight up just were like, shut up, please shut up, please take several shut the fucks up, you know what I mean? Not only did you do that, but then you tried to flip the script and be like, not verbatim, but basically you were like, don't forget Jeffree Star's a racist. Like, who does that? Yes, Jeffree's been accused of racism, and that's a whole like horrible thing in itself, but Jeffree's done nothing but show change and growth, honey. And so for you to deflect from what was offensive to people, because maybe you forgot that a lot of your followers are those white people that have no manners, and so it's almost like you wanted them to just shut up. And here's why we can't just shut up, Jackie. Here's why it's very ignorant to just shut up. Because whenever you say things like that and we don't say anything about it, or we don't call you out on it or expect better behavior from you, that is one of the most insulting things, in my opinion, that society as a whole can do to people of color, because it implies that people of color, they're not capable of being adults like us. Like, oh, she's black and she said, girl, let her have it, let her say it. Poor thing, she ain't got nothing else going for her. Do you know what I mean? And that's not the kind of world that I want to live in. And as long as I'm still alive and working and contributing to society, I'll call things like that out, even if no one cares. Do you understand? Even if nobody else listens, because I have to teach my children that we are all equal. We don't teach our children that we're all equal when we teach them that they're different, and some of us can do things that others can't. And hey, I'm not here to negate white privilege or racism, because without giving an entire history on myself, I'll tell you this. I'm 41 years old, and for most of my life, a significant number, greater, of black people or just other people of color than white people comprise the people that I even know. Do you know what I mean? I'm telling you, 75% of the people in my everyday life, and I'm not talking about like, oh, remember when our mailman was black? I'm talking about my family and very close friends, people that I live with and share space with. The people who I love don't look like me. But it doesn't matter, because while I won't sit here and blow smoke up your ass and tell you that I don't see color, because I do, what I don't do is I don't feel color, and I'm not race obsessed. And so I have an obligation to my children to teach them what true equality is. And true equality, Jackie, Aina, is if I can't go and say blank, 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 all black people, blank, 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 then you can't do it about anybody else. I think it's in poor taste when someone does it about their own race. You know, like if I were to be like, oh, fucking white people. But I mean, because that person is that, I guess we have to accept it. I think it's kind of dumb, but whatever. But yeah, like, I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass and say that, you know, that racism doesn't exist, because let me tell you something. I might have more stories about discrimination than you do. Maybe not directly to me, but to the people that I love and care about. So nobody's negating that. No one is trying to say that it doesn't exist. And that's not what this video is about. This video is about what goes for one should go for the other, because that is true equality. True equality isn't like, oh, well, let Jackie talk bad about white people because she's special. You're not disabled, honey. You're very privileged. Very privileged. You've got more than a lot of people have, black or white. And that's amazing, because you earned it. But it would be really sad to find out that your shtick is that you found out that talking about race got you a lot of, like, you know, adoration and views and publicity, but inside you're just a piece of shit because you have resentment or hate towards other people. That's not inclusivity. That's not equality. That's honestly striving probably for supremacy, and it's unacceptable. And let me say this in closing. I am so proud of the drama channels and a couple of beauty channels that touch this, because usually people don't want to touch this. We can't be scared to call out ignorance and hate from anybody, because when you let it fly, you comply. If you listen to all this through all my dropping on my phone and saying and like and just being generally socially fucking weird, I thank you very much, and you have a great night.